Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Recon advice video on bad guys. Okay, I've done videos where I discuss the house rules I use for combat. One of the things Recon is really realistic about is the fact that using modern day munitions and weaponry, it is exceedingly easy to kill off anyone. Player characters are no exception. Remember, as easy as it is for a player character to eliminate an enemy soldier, it's just as easy for that enemy soldier to eliminate a player character. One thing your players will find extremely tiresome is making up new characters. Now, let's call a skunk. Some players just suck. I know a guy who can create a fully fleshed out Recon character from a blank sheet of notebook paper in, no joke, 22 minutes. He's lost so many characters that he's just gotten fast through sheer repetition. I know another guy who can make up a fully fleshed out Heroes Unlimited character in 30 minutes because he dies so often. I got a relative who can make up a fully fleshed out, completely filled out advanced Dungeons and Dragons character sheet, a brand new character. No shit, 12 minutes. I'm not joking. I saw him do it. The guy writes like the wind. It's crazy. But it's all through these people die so much that they're great at making up characters quickly, but they suck as players. I'm sorry. They're good people, don't get me wrong. They're great friends. I love the hell out of them, but they don't think when they play. Anyway, some players just suck. This is not always the case. It is very easy for a quality player to lose their character quickly through no fault of their own, especially in Recon. When you have good players making up new characters every game session, it's quite probable that those new players will seek other games to play in or quit altogether. And that is the last thing you want, is to push good players away. What you want to do is increase the survivability of your players' characters without them finding out. This is not cheating. Okay? This can be tricky, but you can do it without cheating. One of my house rules is that flak vests absorb 1/2 of the damage from fragmentation grenades and pistols. This applies to everyone wearing flak vests, be they stateside soldiers, VC, or NVA. Alright? So the rules apply equally to everybody. It's not cheating. The rules I make for the player characters, I also make for the bad guys. I found that this is one of the more useful of the house rules for this very reason. On page 85 of the Deluxe Revised Recon Rulebook, it discusses the quick roll NPC enemy for VC fighters. When you roll a percentage, 0 to 1 to 40, is a guerrilla specialist. What I do is I arm both of them with submachine guns. All those submachine guns use pistol ammunition and therefore do half damage if the players are wearing their flak vests. Now, a lot of players don't want to wear a flak vest, and that's up to them. I'm just saying. If all the bad guys are using pistol rounds, submachine guns and pistols, yeah, it would behoove them to wear a flak vest. That's all I'm saying. Those flak vests don't do anything against high-powered rifle ammo like M16s or AK-47s, but against submachine guns, And there is a precedent for this too. The VC had to arm a shitload of people cheaply, and there were some VCs who had AK-47s. Let's not mince words, but submachine guns are significantly cheaper than AK-47s. The ammunition is also cheaper. So it stands to reason that the majority of your VC fighters will be armed with submachine guns. You see what I'm saying? When you roll 41 to 60, you get a sniper for the bad guy. You have two choices to arm them with. SVD or SKS, I think it's an SVD. Anyway, I arm them with the SKS, which does less damage. That way, the players are a little more survivable. It's an option that the game master has, the mission director has. Now, whenever the bad guys have hand grenades, unless it's something specific mission oriented, make all of the grenades equal to the M26 fragmentation grenade, which is also going to do half damage through flight vests. You see what I'm saying? For machine guns, arm them with RPKs rather than the Type 24s. RPKs are better in the jungle because you can carry them around easier. So, to me, that's a reasonable thing. The idea here is to arm the bad guys with the weapons that are common, but do less damage to the good guys. Now, that being said, it's still painfully easy for them to kill off said good guys with these inferior weapons. It's not difficult, especially with my house rules. The logical line of thinking for the VC fighters works well, and it's easy to explain it to the players. The older weaponry are older and cheaper. The submachine guns are cheaper than the newer stuff, so that's fine. Now, alternately, what I do is the NVA that the players encounter will primarily be armed with AK-47s and SVDs. And we'll have top-of-the-line implements of destruction. This should impress, after 2 or 3 encounters, this should impress upon the players that the main force NVA units are not to be trifled with. They have better stuff. It's easier for them to kill off the players. VC are one thing, that they're the little runts running around in the jungle. NVA are not to be toyed with. North Vietnamese Army are the big bad that stateside soldiers should fear more than the local VC fighters. This tactic works well to add survivability for player characters in my game. And again, it's not cheating. It's absolutely within the rules. But the main thing you have to impress upon them is the VC are armed with these cheaper, less deadly weapons. The NVA have the big bad stuff. And the same rules, the flak vest rules apply to the bad guys just the same. So, I hope this finds everybody well, and I hope this helps with your game. I'm not trying to tell you how to run your game. I'm just trying to give a little bit of friendly advice, what works in mine. I've been doing it a long time. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.